Hello and welcome back to episode 18 of Rule the Waves 2 German Brawlers. We just finished up our fleet battle in the English Channel with the French fleet. A victory that brought us to almost even victory points. We didn't sink any of their capital ships, unfortunately, but that's alright. We did pretty significant damage to them. I'm pleased. Our graph space feel a little antiquated for the battles we've been seeing. Might keep them around in Northern Europe, simply because all of our dreadnoughts are out of commission at the moment. Get our Ariadne's building again, and the Mackinson. We're doing well in the Mediterranean. We could use the battle cruisers as a scout force rather than the heavy cruiser. Get the Blucher out of Northern Europe. Doing well up there, but I don't know. I think we'll move her to the Mediterranean. Where are all the French? I could always send a few of the ships into West Africa or Southern Africa, start putting some pressure. I might do that. Maybe send the Graf Spes over there, so they can go more toe-to-toe. We'll wait until the Helgolands are up and running again, though. And then I might pull the Blucher out of the Mediterranean and then shove her into West Africa. Oh, wow. Their French unrest is definitely a lot higher than I expected. They're already getting protests. Weight savings. Lost another Corvette. We didn't sink any enemy merchants, but we got maybe from the British? No, because we sunk 2. Oh, the Raiders sank 0. The submarine sank 2. So we got 10 points. French sinking 11. Convoy attack. 3 victory points. Worth more than the deficit we have in the trade battle. Oh, worst possible result. Actually, I don't think it is. Advanced signaling. Oh, wow, there we go. Our Raiders making some significant efforts this turn. Convoy attack in the Med again. Coastal raid, which I think they will accept. Still heavily outnumbered. Really, I want to move the Blucher back now. Actually, that doesn't sound like a half bad idea. If it keeps our coastal raids with the Blucher. Which may actually breathe some life into the much maligned heavy cruisers. There are those who swear by how awesome they are in the community, but by and large, most people absolutely hate heavy cruisers because battle cruisers do everything better and can get into all the same combats. But that's like, if it's a smaller combat, then you won't see battle cruisers as much, and instead the game will favor a destroyer or a light cruiser. So there is a place for heavy cruisers, especially with the way it feels like Rule the Waves 2 is handling it. Here we have a transport. No problems. Wow, they're launching torpedoes at it. And missing. Congratulations. You guys are terrible. Just circle around until she goes down. And night falls fully. Ooh, we have a response. Oh, geez, it's a lot of ships. Do we have any torpedoes left? No, it was single pair on these. That's right. We launched. Head off this way in an effort to avoid them coming around to us. Dropped cruise speed. This might be another transport. Stay at cruise speed. See, what do we have? An AMC? Is it really? It is. It's gonna chew us up. It doesn't seem to be firing back. Get some more rounds in. And there we go. Quick and easy. Let's zip out of here before those light cruisers show up again. Da-da-da-da. Drop down to cruise speed again. Take a peek over at Saint Nazaire. Which I'm not expecting any more action. We might run into a transport. Might run into the enemy coastal patrol again. But I'm really not expecting it. They really only have the 2 bases. I mean, that's pretty good coverage. Would be better if you put one there and there. That would have caused some trouble in that last battle. And time. Yeah, 2 light cruisers and 8 destroyers. That kept going southeast. The stats for that battle. Major victory. That enough money. A slight deficit, but that's okay. In fact, should have enough money. 3 months. Yeah. The Ariadnes will be out. Serious disturbances. Yes, please. Better armor piercing. New model torpedo bomber. With higher toughness. Poor reliability, though. We got that new torpedo bomber coming out. Meh. Less bomb load than projected. Enemy coastal raid. Large. I have a feeling they'll accept that too. This has the makings of a good battle. This may be the decisive battle we've been looking for. It is 8 in the morning. Them on support. The Helgoland. Oh yeah, that was that light cruiser that was torpedoed a while back, not the one that just torpedoed. And right after I'd hit the next turn button, I had thought, oh yeah, I forgot to check to see if that raider had finished repairing. Now she's our scout. Something which she is extremely poorly optimized for. But we did get 3 British battleships. Presumably, nope, one of the Queen class. Not too different. And two from the Hannibal class. So yeah, they'll just be in line with our battle line. Where might... If I were a French fleet trying to blow up Germans, where would I go? Although we have all of our airships doing their thing, and some of our aircraft, now that we have them. One way out there. Not seeing anybody here, here, or here. Have the British ones as well. I'm surprised they haven't seen anything. Which I presume means the French are spawning further out to sea. Why the secondary aspect has been range this entire time. Reliability and range, because what do the early planes lack? Reliability and range. So yeah, we're having some of them turn around. British ones at least. Ours are still going. I'm really surprised they haven't spotted anything. We spotted it. Somehow penetrated. We'll come up to 18. These are likely the scouts, or not. Let's see, what have we here? Marengo. So we'll come up to 20 knots. I want to go not maximum so that station keeping can be established. Or the British ones. I expect them to be faster than my own, and they are. I'll play a game of chicken with the Marengo if I have to, but she's turning away. We will continue to pursue. And that Mosquet is coming in. Taking a penetrating hit from Marengo's secondaries. Thought that was a Mosquet, not a Cosmo. Oh well. Oh, yep, they are definitely trying to come in for a hit. 2 hits on the Marengo. Couple hits on the Cosmo. Another hit on the Marengo. And how fast is the Marengo again? Right, equal to our own. Cosmo taking some more hits from the secondaries. Which I don't mind taking out all their escorts. Marengo takes another 14-inch. Line bounces around. Oh, that Claymore took a 14-inch hit. Marengo taking some gunfire from the Brits now. 16-inch hit. Hopefully that slows her down. 2 more. I think we have the range. 14. Nope. We lost it. There's another 14. 2 more 14s. Receiving some fire, but not penetrating. This looks to be going pretty well. 15 and a 14 into the Marengo. Not that it's necessarily the Marengo, but a Marengo class. Airship recon doing their thing. Another 15-inch into the Marengo. Tickling the escorts now. Yeah, there's another hit on the Cosmo. And another. Engaging almost entirely with the forward batteries. The Marengo is definitely going slow. I think we'll do a turn here shortly and see. See, I like that angle. See about getting the broadside engaged. There we go. 2 hits on the Marengo. 2 more hits on the Marengo. 2 more hits on the Marengo. Heavy hit on the Marengo. She's slowing. 2 more. Tuning up the Destroyer. 2 more. 3 more hits on the Marengo. Claymore class is slowing down. 4 hits on the Marengo. 4 hits on the Marengo. And a hit on the Claymore. And I think the Marengo's as good as done. Oh wow, we've knocked out a bunch of our turrets. Reporting heavy damage. Go ahead and set the black flag. Use up our torpedoes. And we'll come in for a close pass. Here's one of the advantages of doing slightly slower than your maximum speed of your slowest unit in your formation is they're nice and tight. Give that black flag and a wall of destroyers turned. Oh yeah, and we should turn away a little bit to clear their lines of fire. So they can do their thing. We can do plenty of damage from 5,000 yards. There's 1 torpedo. Tune up that Claymore. Another torpedo, another torpedo. Another torpedo. And before our destroyers get too excited and get chewed up by that Cosmo, not that she's terribly well armed. Alright, we'll leave the black flag on and see what happens. Accelerate time. We continue to pass the Marengo and pour fire into her, and our destroyers hunt down that Cosmo. Not without losses. I kind of want to see how this goes, because that's a lot of destroyers. Here's one of our patrol boats. Cosmo's taking hits. Lots of hits. The destroyers decide to return. The Cosmo has been slowed. Bring up the speed. Within gun range now. Closing slowly. And of course, signaling error. Suppose I'll get a lot better with the radio. Alright, now we're starting to get some hits on the Cosmo. Okay, 1 hit. Another hit. She's still pretty far from port, so I think we've got her. Oh, 14-inch hit. Yeah, we're starting to hit with the primaries. She's not long for this world. Oh yeah, she's done. Oh yeah, and we don't need the black flag anymore. We do not need to have a squadron attack. Do close pass, flash fire, pick up the survivors, drop to cruise speed. Was ist das? Ship kind of heading northwest. There it is. Says it's a light cruiser. And yeah, it's going a little too fast for us. Got glare because we're now, yep, sunset. We'll just run out the clock at this point. And as all of the aircraft go back to their home ports, the time should go a little bit faster. One of the things about Rule the Waves 2, tracking all the aircraft going around, especially with how crowded it is right now. Everyone has air bases all along the coast. See if we can't find a transport or two. I'm not expecting to see any up here. So I'm feeling like the war is going a lot better at this point. The engagements are going well, even when we're heavily outnumbered. Like the fact that we were able to inflict similar losses on their battle fleet when we had the battle in the English Channel 2 months ago. That was pretty significant. Okay, it's going relatively fast. Whatever this thing is. Oh, might have lost sight of it. There it is. Flows in. Actually, let's get our screens doing their thing. See if they'll move forward to identify and or chew it up. Oh, it's the Cosmo. Yeah, and she's done. It's too much gunfire already. Oh. Maybe not. Especially if she does another turn here shortly. Like she might keep going on this course. She may turn south. And no, we're going to miss her. Yeah, she turned south. So we came close to getting both Cosmos. No losses, just medium damage to one of our destroyers. That is the kind of battles we're looking to have. This is amazing. How the ships did. The air. Operational losses. $20 torpedo bombers. Huh. I haven't been looking at those too much. 2 more prestige. Battle of Helgoland and Bite. Very well for us. Let's go find that raider. Put them back on rating. One in the Caribbean being out of commission for a long time. We'll get the Blucher to stay in the Mediterranean. We'll move the 2 Graf Spes to West Africa. And then all of the Ariadnes will end up filling in that heavy cruiser role in the Northern Europe. Now, I'm kind of curious about the air groups. Did any of those get goofed up? No, they're all 8, 4, and 4. Or 8, 8, and 4. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, the French are actually moved some ships into the Mediterranean, enough that we might think that it will prevent the invasion. I might want to move our Graf Spes to the Med first. Then once those are scared, the 2 French battlecruisers are scared out, we can move them on into West Africa. Yes, we want. best fire control. Weight savings. Didn't sink any French merchants. Although we could with this, and they will fight. It is the crack of dawn. I left port last night to be out here at this time of morning. Get the full day to play. No scout this time because we don't have a ship for that role. And we're missing the Helgoland because she's in the yards with problems. But we are joined by the Rodney and the Hannibal again. Glad to have them. So cruise along into the English Channel. Looking for transports. There's one. One of the destroyers escaping into Calais. See if we can cut off this. Oh, and there's the response from the French. Possibly. Just the division of ships. Battle cruisers. Excellent. This is good news. We want a good fight. We'll drop to 20 knots since we're not trying to cut off a small merchant anymore. Let our ranks close in. First hit, Guidon. From the Worth. And that's at a range of 16,000 yards. Excellent gunnery. 11-inch coastal battery. That could cause some trouble for us. And there's the Dreadnought. Rhone. Oh no, it's another battlecruiser. Yeah, they're going to draw us into that 11-inch coastal battery. That'll hurt. Rhone takes a 16-inch hit from the Rodney. Got a 14-inch into the Guidon. Two more. Starting to take some hits to the Worth. Really pretty significant flooding. Another into the Guidon. Bounced a belt hit from the 11-inch battery. We can drive past the battery. We can get behind her arc of fire and into this coastal region. Oh, the destroyers are falling back. Alright, so the secondaries are engaging the 11-inch battery at this point. Disabled one of them. Yeah, and they're chewing us up a little bit. The merchant's taking some hits as well. Looks like the primaries is some of the Braunschweig. And a hit on the Guidon. Yeah, we've knocked out the 11-inch battery. That's good. Secondaries will keep them suppressed until we can pass. Mosquet coming in. 15-inch hit on the Guidon. I imagine that's actually supposed to be pronounced Guidon. But I'm not a French speaker, native or otherwise. And she's coming. Wow. A bad torpedo angle for either the Mosquet or the Guidon. So it should take small corrections to prevent any good torpedo solutions as we close into the Guidon. Still haven't taken too much Yeah, see, avoiding torpedoes, but they're not close enough. Actually, this Musket is in a good position now. So we might actually turn out a little bit. 2 more into the Guidon. Another one. There's a good set of hits. 4, 5 heavy hits into the Guidon. That's a lot of destroyers. We'll give it 1 minute. I'm feeling a bit nervous about this now. I think I'm going to turn out. Yep, they're turning towards us. This is very dangerous at this point. 4 hits on the Guidon. Turn completely away. Electrical power, the Braunschweig's dead. The Roan got a hit in, disabled electrical power, she's going to come to a full stop, and these destroyers are going to murder her. Worth is taking pretty significant flotation damage at this point, so probably going to have to retire her. Oh, it wasn't completely electrical. Just most of her speed is out. So let's see. Bring it down to 10 for the benefit of the Braunschweig. Turning very slowly now. This will be good for the Worth to limit any residual flooding. Rodney and the Hannibal taking out the Guidon. Let's see. How's that 11-inch battery doing? Most of the battery is still disabled. But with the 11-inch battery disabled, I think we're going to detach the Worth. I'm not going to worry about her too much. And we'll continue on with the Braunschweig. Actually taking almost no damage. Bring her back up to 20 knots, get her turned around, and continue to pound the Guidon, which is actually ripe for a destroyer attack. We'll actually swing wide past the objective pip that they dropped for this battle. And see about engaging the French further. Well, I might chase that transport and let them come to us. Which will also have the benefit of exercising the rear batteries, so we don't run out of ammo in the forward batteries first. Looks like there's multiple transports. Or maybe a Corvette. That one is traveling a little bit faster. And we get to broadside at range. Not to our benefit, but we do have the fire control for it. Taking a heavy hit after giving one. Let the secondaries take out the merchant. Oh, the Rhone. Thought that was a float plane carrier. Or tender if you want. Yeah, the 2 Rhones. Still have our British contingent. And our destroyers are running around, doing their own thing now. Actually getting a fair amount of hits on the Roan at range. I think we might just stay like this. We've found the range. We're taking rounds, but they're not hurting, not penetrating. 16-inch hit, 16 and a 15. Both British. Romney has a disabled turret. That's not a big deal. They get another 16-inch hit. And they turn away. Alright, let's turn in then. Cannibal fire extinguished. How are the British ships doing? Taking a little bit of damage. 3 hits between the two of them. Braunschweig. Close in with the Marengo. How are their battle cruisers doing? Thinking. Heavy damage. Alright, we'll prioritize them then. Keeping them engaged. I'm doubtful they're that damaged to hits on the Marengo. Another one on the Marengo. Yeah, I'm doubtful they're that damaged. We're not catching up to them. 14-inch onto the Marengo. Receiving some rounds, but they're bouncing. 2 more hits on the Marengo. Another one on the Marengo. And another one. And the Marengo is slowing. Managed to disable some turrets. Not like their turret faces are that weak. We have been prioritizing armor-piercing rounds, though. And that is a German tech advantage. Stay at range for these destroyers, which are making a run. Take some evasive action. Then we'll close back in. The Roan's turned around, which is good news. Might be able to punish them some more. Like that transport finally sank. Patrol boat class has been hit. There's 2 more into the Marengo. Oh, I don't need the black flag anymore. We're gonna get our destroyers chewed up if we let them get too much closer. There we go. Pair of 6-inch hits into the Frammy. Enemy aircraft are approaching. Torpedo bombers. Turn in towards them. Yeah, we have no AA guns yet. They bomb a destroyer. Okay, they want to bomb a destroyer. So obviously this range ring is a little bit short for what our intelligence has said. Braunschweig did take a torpedo. With that, I'm going to turn away and reduce speed. Wow. That torpedo was pathetic. Still has slowed us down quite significantly, and there's follow-up strikes to worry about. Still, I'll turn in. We'll see what we can accomplish. We have lost a turret. I would love to sink this Marengo. How fast is she going? 15 knots. And the Braunschweig's turrets are jammed. 2 more hits on the Marengo. Another one. She's obliged us by turning away. Now she's turning back towards her port. Belt extended hit on the Braunschweig. Not bad. Roan taking a 16-inch round. That can't feel good. Marengo taking a 14-inch. Yeah, she's not headed directly back to port. She's kind of maneuvering back and forth to get her turrets involved, I'm guessing. I don't mind showing a bow aspect and continuing to get all the hits that we are getting. And close the range. 16-inch, 14-inch, 14-inch. 2 more heavy rounds. Another one. I think her days are numbered now. It's on fire. 2 14-inch. Slowed enough, we're getting a nice steady set of rounds. Good round. Every ship hitting her. Let's start maneuvering because this Fremy is in reasonable range. 14-inch, 14 and 16. Yeah, the Fremy could be launching right now. We'll keep maneuvering. Now we'll dive in towards the Marengo. Our destroyer is launching. And apparently getting a lot of hits. Engaging the Roans. Marengo takes a torpedo. There we go. Pouring fire into her broadside from point blank range. Of course they're shooting that one. 100 yards. Outstanding. Actually, I'm kind of curious. What is the rate of fire? Port is getting 100 yards. Basic hit chance 300. Rate of fire? There we go. Basic rate of fire 2.9, adjusted to 1.9, with a good crew quality. We've taken damage though. Ends up being 2 rounds per minute. I think that's how that works out. I don't usually get that much into the details as much as I used to. Partly because I'm just kind of familiar with what is good gameplay, but it's good to actually start looking at those again. I probably should do that more. Oh yeah, and then the British ships take their close pass at a couple 100 yards. Meanwhile, it looks like this Roan is going slow. 15 knots. That one seems to be doing better, speed-wise. Alright, looks like she's going to try to rejoin that one, so we're going to angle in and try to get her as she comes in. Expect another round of torpedo bombers. 20% of ammo. 14-inch into the Roan. 15-inch and 14-inch. And the Marengo just continues to get pounded. Yeah, the Roan's taking some hits now. No, I don't want that. Don't care about the Marengo anymore. Roan takes another 14. She's slower than we are now. Another 14. Another 14. Braunschweig loses a turret. We have no aft turrets available now. Do we have any forward ammo? We have HE. That's alright. Let's see if we can take the British ships close to this Roan. Yeah. Marengo class hit by a torpedo. And the Roan turns away. I'll settle for taking out this Roan and letting this one escape. Got the Marengo. That's a modern dreadnought. It's down now. All it has to do is finish sinking. And we just need to finish off this Roan. And if this one decides to come back and pursue us, by all means, I will turn around and make sure that happens. How are our Great Britain ships doing? They are very low on ammo. Yeah, we have to finish this run and leave. Set the black flag, see what our destroyers will do. As we close in, pouring fire into the Rhone now. Not done yet, but she's close to it. Plenty of rounds into her. 2 rounds. That is a potential torpedo. Let's go like that. S-57, where are you? Ah, engaging with the French destroyers. I'm fine with that. Nice. We'll turn in case there are torpedoes being launched. Turn up. Doubt there'll be any repairs to our max speed. Doesn't look like it. Nice close range gunfire. Might be torpedoes again. Oh, we launched ours. As she gains authority over her rudder again. And we're just pouring gunfire into her. Braunschweig is out of main ammo. It's alright, I think the Rhone is done. If we can't get a starboard torpedo going. Oh, that was too far. A little bit risky since she could have her torpedoes left. But I don't think she's under command anymore. They're more interested in abandoning ship at this point. And there's a torpedo into the Rhone. Let's get our destroyers back. They're stop faffing about with the French ones. Oop, we don't want to turn into that. Rhone takes another torpedo. That, I think we will turn north and depart. Close pass on the port side. 16 knots will be fine. What are the British doing? Okay, they're still set right. If they're smart, they'll join me in departing the area. That I would call a very successful battle. This is what we were looking to do at the beginning, and not even with the battlecruisers we were hoping to be the big hitting arm. Our new dreadnoughts are doing amazing work, showing the superiority of good amount of armor, at least at this time period. You start getting a little bit further forward and armor piercing just starts to outstrip the ability of armor to handle it. And these super dreadnoughts start to fall to the wayside to modern battleships. And then even those don't necessarily make sense because any ship with a missile can take down a battleship. So they're a big, expensive liability at that point. Alright. What are our destroyers doing? You actually gotta return to the... Oh. The Rodney is down here. And it's Hannibal. They're just that far behind. Looks like late afternoon. We took our wounds. Things went well. Somebody shooting at somebody. Yeah, I think we got this war at this point. Things have gone well enough. We've demonstrated a superiority of our ships. Not that we were outnumbered this time, but I think we pretty handily took care of them. Oh, nobody there, so we can go to ultra fast, run out the clock. I was might be a little over on time, but that's alright. Take a quick look at the post-battle as we drive by the Low Countries. Got 2 battle cruisers. I think a second one? Oh, right, early on. I forgot about that one completely. I was so excited because we'd gotten the Marengo. And then we got the one Rome. Almost the second one. Did take heavy damage. But that's a pretty significant differential. Aircraft losses. We lost more than they did. Where did we learn? Lost to air combat. None. Oh, right, that's not sortable yet. Be nice if they had totals up here at the top. That way you could, and for it to be sortable. So yeah, they got the 1 torpedo. Not a big deal though. And then our ship losses. That Guidon I almost forgot about. Alright. And with that, we gain 2 prestige. Have prosecuted the second battle of the English Channel. And that completes the turn. With that, thank you for staying till the end. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.